Okay, hello everyone. I'm so sorry for the day. Am I audible? Hello everyone. Okay, so to formally start our class, let's have first our opening prayer to be led by Jessa. Amen. Okay, good afternoon, class. Turn on your camera. For now, you can turn it off later. How are you? Okay, so currently I'm outside, no? Okay, the house that I was um having my virtual class, kay they're celebrating man the town fiesta. So if there will be noises, if there will be unnecessary noises and distractions, I apologize for that in advance, no? Kay lagi nangita pud ko signal sa koan sa Antikira sa Sawang. So bear with me and I hope that you'll understand, no? I will try my best that to deliver the lesson, no, effectively. Okay? So before we will start the discussion, let us check first your attendance. I'll turn off my camera, ha. Okay. So as I call your name, tell me the color that would describe what you are feeling right now. Okay. Again, as I call your name, tell me the color that will describe what you are feeling right now. And as I call your names, start recalling about what we had last time for our recapitulation. Okay. Okay. So today I am feeling yellow because I am happy to see you again, no, after a week. Charot charot man ni si Mamoy. Okay, so let's start. Alo, Brian, Christian, Jovet. Alo, Brian, Christian, Jovet. Ay, ning, morning, ana ni si Jovet kaniha. Nawa siguro, no? So, Amolo, Rosel. Amolo, Rosel. How about Aure, Junilito? Why? Oh, you're feeling empty? You're drained. I hope that you can find someone or something that will energize you. Okay, so how about that? Okay, mangita tag inspiration lang ga. How about Bastet Niña Thea Rose? Bastet? How about Bayanisto Jessa? Yellow. Okay. How about Byron Jenny? Blue. Oh, why blue? Why are you feeling blue? Nabuwagan? Char, wa ka pasa og activities? How about Bernante Mary Joy? How about Kagampang Monica? Oh, pink. Is this associated with something political lang ga? Joke lang. How about Kagas Mercury? Kagas Mercury, not yet here. Oh, green. Why green? Why green? Oh, ecstatic. Wow. How about Chaudhry Jasir? Not here. How about Ichagi Irish Jean? Not here. How about Estimada Sheila May? Why? Feeling? Come again? What you're Oh, neutral. Just low key. How about Fuentes Kyra Cristel? Not here. Okay, thank you. Junilito. How about Galan Divine Nicole? Yellow. How about Galan Dayan Nicole? Are you twins, mga langga? Oh, I think you are. Kaya parehong faces. How about Galido Pauline Isabel? Not here. How about Huwit Karen Eunice Jeremy? Not. Black. Why black? Oh. Oh, get well soon. No, no, not get well soon, but get well now. How about Lagura Luria Shane? Green. Okay. How about Lawas Nathaniel? Not here. How about Liorca Rufa? Not here. How about Lufranco J. Ann? Yellow. Okay. How about Madronero Harvey? Orange. Why orange? You're hungry. You should have you eaten your lunch already or snack somehow, perhaps? Okay. Okay, just eat later, maybe later. How about Mahumot Jean Lee? Yellow. How about Naparan Jai Kame? Not here. How about Orwella Beatrice? Green too. How about Pagtalunan Trishaan? Wow, you feel loved. Sana all na ba ito'y nangitag inspiration ganihan, no? He felt empty daw. So let's shower him love. How about, how about Pidarius Jodet? Oh, blue. Why blue? Are you feeling sad? Magka-love team na ba tayo din ka section? Char. How about Pugoy? How about Pugoy Mary Janisha? Not here. How about Pulyetan Maria Nina? Not here. How about Pungasik Kimberly? Green. How about Kieta Christine May? Not here. How about Rolion Narlin Nicole? Oh, orange too. How about Salugsugan Joyce? Black. Why? Because you feel empty, sad? Actually, dramatic. Obvious. Bitaron sa maribuhok mo. Ano, dispiras. How about Sigun Urshel Krishna? Not here. How about Sukyate JCK? Blue. How about Torion Marian? Yellow. How about Tunday Kezia? Not here. Tunday Kezia, not here. So anybody not called? Anybody not called? Oh, Jelisa. Balbiran Jelisa. Present man kalangga. Oo. Kinsa man ron? Si Alo, oh. Murag nawa ka sa meet, no? What color would somehow describe what you're feeling right now, man? Gold, wow. How about Jelisa? Gold kay taga Bohol? Gold kay Gold kay taga Bohol. How about Jelisa? A color that would somehow describe what you're feeling right now. Blue. Okay, so uh what na natawag na ba tanan? Kinter? Again, langga? Fernand? Okay. Color that would describe your feeling. Green. So anybody not cold? Leparan. Okay. A color that would describe what you're feeling right now, langga. Red. Because you feel love too? Okay, so who could give a short recapitulation about what we had last meeting? Just a short recap. How about Marian? Okay, so who would like to add more? Have you understood? Okay, Loria. Is this Loria or Loria? Okay, Loria. Okay, thank you. Who would like to add more? Who would like to add more? No one? So have you understood what we had last time? Nasaktan ra? Mga longer? Okay. But, isa kung nag-but. Oh, daghan no, daghan dates and names. So madugangan ang ato ang kalibog confusion. Let's use the word confusion, no? Madugangan atong confusion today. So I hope that you will not be confused and I hope that you will understand what we will be talking today. So yeah, without further ado, let us start our class. So let me share my screen. Wait for a while. Okay. Wait for a while mga langga ha. I'll be sharing my screen. Nakita na ba? Nakita na, okay. So, so today, we will be talking about another topic. So, before anything else, let us read first our learning objectives for today. And Monica, please read what's reflected on the screen. Yes, thank you. So we can only achieve these objectives if you will cooperate and participate actively. So to start, I know that you are tired and some of you are feeling empty and someone are feeling blank, no? So let us have first a game. So I want six volunteers for our activity. So who would like to volunteer? Six. Kabuok. Okay, who would like to volunteer? Or shall I call names? So our activity will be mystery box. So uh, I will be showing to you mystery boxes, and each box contains somehow questions or activities that you will do which are related to our topic for today. Sayun Raman. So who would like to volunteer? I want six volunteers. You can raise your hands. Why mag-raise og hand? Magtawag ta. Okay, Harvey. So you will be mystery box number one. How about the others? So we'll have Jelisa for mystery box number two. Langga. Nadunggan ra. So Harvey, Jelisa, Junilito for mystery box number three. Marjorie for mystery box number four. So, do you follow? Na-follow ra ba? Four na to, no? So, for five, let's have Sheila May. And for the last box, let's have another male. What na male, Ani? Let's have Koan na lang. One of the twins. Let's have Divine Nicole. Okay, na-follow ra? Okay, so Harvey, for your mystery box number one. So here's your surprise. Hello, maklaro ako. Hello, everyone. Okay, so Harvey, here's your box. So they are considered as the backbone of our society. So what is your answer? Again, Harvey? People itself. So I'll give you another clue. So they provide us food to eat. They provide us food to eat. Let's, oh, your mom. Okay, how about they plant different crops? Yes. So the farmers, they are considered as the backbone of our society, and as well as agriculture. Anything that is related to farming, it is considered as the backbone of our society, as they provide us the basic, one of the basic needs for us humans to survive, no? So that's why farmers are considered as the backbone of our society, because without them, again, the family. Can you can you say it louder, Langga? It is considered as the basic unit of a society man ang family, because it is where everything starts mano from our learning and everything. So ang farmers, they are considered as the backbone of our society, because as what I have said, they provide us food to eat. And the family, so ang family is the basic unit of our society. Okay, how about for mystery box number two? Are you ready? Kinsa ganito? Okay, so here's your mystery box. You are safe. Charot-charot ratong mystery box ni mo lang ga. You are safe. So how about mystery box number three? Okay, mystery box number three. So, Call a friend to answer this question. Who are that friend you're calling? Just one friend. Kinsa tong oh, only one friend. Kinsa tong na-assign gani ani? Ah, Janelito, okay. Who is that friend you're calling or gusto ka mo answer? Are you oh, are you calling a friend? Okay. Who is that friend you're calling? Drum roll. Okay, Joyce. Your presence is ayan. Hala, wa nagian ko. Nang kuan ba? Nang drop of friend? So, sa'yo yun normal ang question. So for for $1 million question. Char, $1 million. So what is an agrarian reform or what comes into your mind when you can hear agrarian reform? Yes, so this is um this is responsible for the reforms or for the policies and programs that are implemented which are related to agriculture. So thank you, Joyce. Nga gilaglag nga nilaglag ni Jonilito. So so stay friends. So how about mystery box number 4? Okay. So are you ready? Okay, sing a song related to farming. Anything that is related to farming or somebody who would like to sing. Oh, sige. Wow. Okay, so just dapat ni. Wow, a round of applause ning tuyok na si Koan, Coach Sarah. Char. Natungnan, no? Ang singerist, no? Natungnan ang singerist. So, how we could also sing ko ano, magtanim ay di biro, char. So, let's proceed. Basin mo uwan. How about for mystery box number 5? Who is assigned to this? Okay, me. So, you are safe. So, for our last mystery box, the one twin. So, Galan Divine Nicole. Are you still here sa Meet Langga? Okay, so here's your question. Why do we need to implement policies on agrarian reforms? So why do we need to implement policies and programs for our farmers? Just an idea. Just why do we need to implement programs man for our farmers? Nga na lang. Okay. Or would you like to call your twin to help you? Oh, okay. So, what's your answer, man? Just your idea. You can state it in Tagalog if you would like to. Bakit kailangan nating mag-implement ng programs for the farmers? Okay, thank you. Correct. So, based on the activity or based on their mystery boxes, what do you think will be our topic for today? Yes, correct. So, we will be talking about um, policies on agrarian reform. Uh, so before anything else, I will be showing to you pictures, and I would like you to um, understand those pictures, dig deep into it, and tell me what are your reflections about it. Okay? So these are pictures. Nakita na ba? Okay. So who would like to share his or her insights about the pictures? How about how about mm, okay. Who is this talking? Kinsa man ron? Di man gud ko kita sa meet mga langga. Kinsa man ron? Apelido. Hello? Hello? Am I audible? Okay, Fuentes. What's your insights or what do you feel or your reflections upon seeing these pictures? Yes, thank you. Who would like to share another idea? What do you feel upon uh, seeing? Come again? Okay, Rolion. Yes, thank you, Narlene. So, Narlene and Kyra, no, are correct, no? So, as we can see, they are really striving. They are working hard para lang makaprovide of food to eat. So, in the Philippines, nearly half of our population depends on farming. So, depends on uh, are employed on jobs that are related to agriculture. So almost half of the population of the Philippines. So today we will be talking about the policies of agrarian reforms that have been established all throughout the years, no, um, from our ancestors up to the present day, and for the colonizers as well. So before Spain or before Spain colonized us, our ancestors have this communal way of agriculture. So when we say communal, everybody in the community shared the land. So everybody shared the land to cultivate, no, in farming. So what's yours is mine, and what's mine is yours. So that's before the Spanish colonization. So we have uh, kindly read. Is Brian here or no out na pod si Brian? How about Junilito? Please read what's reflected on the screen. Junilito. Yes, you are. Yes, thank you, Janelito. So, agrarian reform, this really revolves around production and distribution of land among farmers. So, it is focused on political because these agrarian reforms or these policies are established by the different political administrations mano all throughout the years, and of course economic because what we produce from agriculture will be sold mano for everyone to consume. So that's it. So we will proceed now to land ownership in the Philippines under Spain. So do we share the same screen na? Okay. Thank you. So first, we have system of Pueblo agriculture. So Pueblo, when we translate it to English, is a village. So system of Pueblo agriculture. So rural communities which were often dispersed and scattered in nature were organized into a pueblo and given land to cultivate. So when the Spanish authorities arrived, so they have formed pueblos or villages where these pueblos they are given land to cultivate. So through the law of Indies, the Spanish crown awarded tracts of land to the following. So when the Spaniards arrived, no, the Filipinos, our ancestors, they were not given the right to own a land. So the Spanish crown or the king of Spain awarded tracts of land to following. So who can read? Uh, Monica, please read um, these three that are reflected on the screen. Yes. Yes, thank you. So, this religious order, so mostly these are the friars, no? Most of the friars have um, managed vast lands. So, in politics also, they were somehow the major leaders, no? So, during that time, so ang friars may ni manage. So, mostly for the large lands. So next is repartamientos for Spanish military. So when we translate repartamiento in English, so it is partition or part or share or grant of the militaries, Spanish military. So they are awarded tracts of land because of their service. So that's called repartamiento. So when we translate that into English, that's partition or share or grant of a piece of land. So next is Spanish encomenderos. So those who mandated to manage the encomienda. So again, Filipinos were not given the right to own the land. So the king of Spain have this encomendero. So this encomendero owned a proportion of the land, and Filipinos were forced to cultivate those lands. So the land is called encomienda. So the people who manage, or the Spaniards who manage the encomienda, is called encomenderos. So that's it. So let's proceed to, so after the pueblo agriculture, so we have the encomienda system. So mao na to about the encomienda and encomendero. So Filipinos were not given the right to own a land. Encomenderos who were awarded with tracts of land were there to manage the encomienda. So Filipinos only worked for these lands so that they might have a share of the crops and pay tribute. So for their harvest, no, or for their yield, about that certain tract of land, di ra pud na tanan madung nila. It is not only for their consumption, but these yields or these harvests will be paid as a tribute to the Spanish authorities. So mahugr gihapon nga walay madung sa ato ang Filipino farmers during that time. So the tribute, it is called tributo. Okay, tributo or tribute. So it could be in the form of agricultural products. So that's it. And this system, encomienda system, it was somehow abusive, and it was really unfair for the parts of our farmers during that time. So because of this, Cumpras y Vandalas. So Cumpras y Vandalas, this became the norm for the Filipino farmers working the land. So they were made to sell their products at a very low price. So that's Cumpras y Vandalas. So when you sell your products at a very low price, so that was the system or the norm that was employed or implemented by the Spanish authorities, no? So luoy kaayo ang ato ang farmers during that time. And also our farmers, even though their responsibility is to only cultivate or plant crops, agricultural crops to this land, some encomenderos were abusive, no? So the farmers are given tasks which are not related to farming. So nga na kaabusado ang Spanish authorities during that time. So bisag it's not related to farming, like when an encomendero wanted to build a house, and then he will like force those farmers to build his house, so nga na, or other tasks which are not really related to farming. So do you follow? Do you have questions? Nang super. So let's proceed. So from the encomienda system, another system has developed. So this is the hacienda system. So from the encomienda system, the hacienda system developed as a new form of ownership. Spain enacted a law on the 1860s ordering landholders to register their land holdings, but only those who knew benefited from this, because others were not aware about this, no? Kay we have no social media, we have no social media pa man during those times. And the transfer or the way of communication is through letters and through newspapers from issues from the newspapers, and it will be hard for others to really know the programs or reforms of the government. So yes, during this time only those who knew benefited from this. So lands were claimed and registered in other people's names. So those who knew about this program, so they took advantage from those people, no, who were not aware about this. So many peasant families who were assigned, so those who were assigned to the encomienda no, from the system before, so those families were driven out or forced to come under the power of these people who claim the rights to the land. So the families that were assigned to the previous system, which is the encomienda system, they were driven away. They were forced to stay away from those lands, and some were also forced to come under those people who claimed those lands. So, because of these happenings, or because of those abusive ways of the Spanish authorities. So this became the primary reason why revolts in the Philippines were often agrarian in nature. So Filipinos fought the Philippine Revolution in a confluence of motivation. So let's say, for example, they fought for their rights to be free. They wanted their freedom, nga na, but the greatest desire for freedom would be the necessity of owning the land. So um, for the uprisings that happened during this time, the reason behind those uprisings or those revolts kay it is because of agrarian jud nga nature. So to own to own the land again, no? So let's proceed. So the Americans, they knew about the reasons behind these uprisings. So as the Americans took over the sovereignty of our country, so as they took over um, the power to rule us from Spain, so they knew that those revolts or those uprisings happened because of the land ownership, Jud. So that's basically the reason behind those uprisings. So the Americans knew about it. That's why they have tried to implement or to establish legal acts or laws that would somehow lessen those uprisings or kuan jud tawag ano eh, i-vanish jud bitaw. So they have established laws para mawa tong uprising. So these are the laws. So is it readable in your screen? Mabasa ra? Okay. So please read. Um, how about please read uh, Jenny. Oh, kinsa tong meeting mo? Okay, Jenny, please read what's reflected on the screen. Okay, thank you. So, the Philippine Bill of 1902 and the Homestead Program is somehow the same, no? Because farmers or individuals may own 16 hectares of land. So, for Torrens system, so let's talk about Torrens system. So, Torrens system, so it took its name from Sir Robert Torrens. So that's Uh, he was like the founder of the Torrens system. So he was a native of Ireland. So in 1850, Torrens first thought of applying to land the same method of registering and transferring ownership used for ships. So, diba, during those time, um, what do you call that? Explorations was um, like it's widespread ang exploration. So most of the affluent individuals during those times they were like um, they were into exploring, no, exploring new lands, exploring spices, anything that is about exploration. So, nauna pa ang registration for the ships kesa sa registration and ownership of land. So, Sir Robert Torrens thought about what about we will apply this to land, no? So, that's the origin or that's how the Torrens system was founded. Now, for the homestead program, it was difficult to establish two areas in northern Luzon, no? Because these areas were usually where the uprisings and the revolts happened. So, it was difficult for them to establish this homestead program because, yeah, we were revolting or we were against the Americans po during those times because we wanted our freedom, ano? That's why it was difficult for the Americans to conquer these areas. So that's the problem they inherited from the Spaniards. The Spaniards were found it difficult also to conquer these lands. So, Kashan, so that we can proceed. Hello, 1-1, English 1-1. Are you still there? Okay, so nagets ra. Okay, so let's proceed. So, land ownership did not improve during the American period. So, it even worsened because there was no limit to the size of land holdings people could possess, and the accessibility of possession was only limited to those who can afford, to those who knew about the programs, and yeah, to afford to buy, register, and acquire fixed property titles. So the system introduced by the Americans enabled more lands to be placed under tenancy. So when we say tenancy, what do you mean by tenancy, man? I can give a meaning of tenancy. Come again, Harvey? Yes, correct. So yes, tenant farmers. So tenants or tenant farmers, so these are individuals who cultivate lands which are not actually or which they don't actually own. So the lands were owned by other individuals or the landowners. So ang tenants, they rent lang for that land for them to cultivate. So yes, so it enabled more lands to be placed under tenancy, which led to widespread peasant uprising. So these are the two uprisings. Oh no, one of the many uprisings that happened, no? So the Sakdal and the Colorum. So the Sakdal or Sakdalista uprising, so a peasant rebellion in central Luzon that lasted for 2 days on May 2 to 3, 1935. So 2 days lang because the Spanish authority or so the military immediately captured them. Maong 2 days lang ilang revolt. So sadly, it was not successful. So the Filipino word sakdal means to accuse, which is the title of the newspaper helmed or headed by Benigno Ramos. So Benigno Ramos asked for support from Manila and other neighboring provinces, no, through the different issues of this Sakdal newspaper. So, yes, that's how he gathered support from Manila and other neighboring provinces. So they demanded reforms from the government, such as the abolition of taxes and equal or common ownership of the land. So, yeah, after Benigno Ramos, during the uprising or the battle no between these individuals and the Spanish authorities, so a lot died, and Benigno Ramos tried to escape. Excuse me, but then again, he was captured by the Spanish authority. And after Benigno Ramos, who was the head of this uprising, was caught, so the uprising or this group collapsed. So yeah, it only lasted for a day. So next is colorum. So this is a term derived from the phrase Sucrella se colorum. So that's actually an end of a prayer. So it is a Latin. So these are Latin words. So it means forever and ever, which usually ended the prayer, no, diba? Forever and ever, amen. So that's Sucrella se colorum. So colorum has come to mean anything that is unlicensed or extra legal. So 'di ba when we say a colorum a jeep, when we say a colorum jeep, 'di ba, that jeep has no papers, so it is not registered to LTO, things like that. So yes, when we say colorum, it is unlicensed or extra legal. So Pedro Calusa, so he was also the head of this uprising. So he led the colorum revolt in 1931, attacking the municipal hall and burning land documents to rally support against American colonial rule. So basically, these two uprisings, this really aimed to claim back what's ours. So to have ownership of lands in an equal or common way. So they wanted the system they had no when there were no colonizers yet, the communal ownership of land. So that's their primary aim of having these revolts and uprisings. So let's proceed. So still under the American colonization, so we have under Commonwealth government no. So as what we have discussed last meeting, so there was this puppet government. So this was the Commonwealth government. So the puppet government of the Americans. So under the Commonwealth government, so these are the following. So kindly read um Jelisa. Jelisa? Okay. Thank you. So these were the programs that were implemented during the Commonwealth government to somehow eradicate or at least lessen the problems arising from land ownership or land cultivation. So let's proceed. Uh, So, efforts toward agrarian reform, I know I forgot. So, efforts toward agrarian reform failed because many problems such as budget allocation for settlement program and widespread uprisings hindered these programs not to be established successfully. And also, World War II also affected the interventions to solve these problems as the Japanese occupied the country. So that's the problems that have rise. So that's why the American or no, the policies on agrarian reform during the American colonization failed because of those problems. So let us now proceed to the post-war interventions toward agrarian reform. Kindly read um, Marian. Yes, thank you. So, Republic Act number 34, so established 70-30 sharing arrangement between tenant and lord. So, 70% of the yield or of the harvest will go to the landlord and 30% will be given to the tenant. So, that's how the sharing or the yield was divided. So, these two were one of the interventions for agrarian reform after the war. So these are their programs which were established during the presidency of Ramon Magsaysay, no? So first is Republic Act number 1199 or the Agricultural Tenancy Act. It was passed to govern the relationship between landholders and tenant farmers, protecting the tenurial rights of tenants and enforce tenancy practices through this law, and the Court of Agricultural Relations was also created in 1955 to improve tenancy, security, fix land rentals of tenanted farms, and resolve land disputes filed by the landowners and peasant organizations. So next is the Agricultural Tenancy Commission was also established to administer problems created by tenancy. And lastly, the Agricultural Credit and Cooperative Financing Administration was also created mainly to provide warehouse facilities and assist farmers marketing their products. So these policies and programs were implemented to help our farmers and of course to lessen problems which arise from land ownership. So yes, that's those were the programs or the post-war interventions, no, to minimize or at least lessen problems arising from land ownership or land cultivation. Questions, mga langga, questions before we proceed?